Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bedomy and this is Starcraft Mass Recall, a remake of the original Starcraft game and its subsequent expansions with the help of Starcraft 2 level editor. At the current moment we're playing Loomings, a prequel and a demo version of the original Starcraft game, which was also created in the level editor itself. This is third mission called Gauntlet, or actually this is the second mission. The tutorial was mission 0, but this is the third episode in the series, so I'm titling it Mission 3. Anyway, the mission will start soon, I hope, if the loading screen works with us. And yes, it's starting, so let's get on with the show.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Greetings again, Lieutenant. I know you're anxious for some answers about those creatures. Suffice to say they are the subject of current high-level research. We had quarantined a number of these creatures for study, but shortly after our science crews began their experiments, all communication with the Phantom installation was lost.
The installation has been compromised, and preliminary scanner sweeps indicate the area is crawling with hostiles. My Cerberus unit will handle the situation inside, but we require Alpha Squadron's assistance getting there. Any other information is on a strict need-to-know basis.
Now then, as the server's command already stated, this mission is on a need-to-know basis, which basically means we're the scapegoat if something goes wrong. But in the meantime, I'll set my troops in the bunkers and...
Take cover in these bunkers if things get too dicey.
Well, yes. Set my troops into bunkers and put the game on full screen. I apologize for doing so mid-game, but I tried to record this 5 times already, and each time the cutscene started, the encoder got stuck. The encoder got overloaded. Damn it. And this is probably the 7th time I'm trying to say this. Anyway, let's focus on developing our base and queuing up a bunch of SCVs, as well as setting up a few control groups just in case if I need to create something quickly. But for now, I'll focus on mining minerals and building up my defenses. And while we wait for the said defenses to be set up, I would like to answer a question my friend asked me over Discord. Why do I like story modes in RTS games? Well, the answer is somewhat complicated, so I'll try to break it down in several parts. Firstly, I like the context of each story. It gives me an explanation as to why some factions are at war with each other. For example, take a look at the Zerg. Their main goal in life is to eat and reproduce like any other animal or insect. Once they finish off eating everything in sight, they move on to the next planet and the cycle continues. Granted, most species usually prefer eating to being eaten, but this is the law of the universe. The strong survive while the weak die. Or is it strive? Actually, that's not the point. Sentient species such as Protoss or Terrans will develop weapons or tools that will help them defend themselves against the Zerg invasion. In case of Terrans, they develop guns, flamethrowers, cannons, and other incendiary devices that will help them deal with the enemy from a distance. Unfortunately, their wishes and opinions usually clash with each other, so they tend to turn those guns towards each other instead of the enemy. Now that I think about it, this is a good explanation to my second part of the answer. I like to know what the commanders are thinking and what's motivating them to do certain actions. If you ever watched a war movie, you'll notice that a lot of focus is given to the characters before and after a battle occurred. Their personalities and opinions change, and the battle is just the medium that's changing them. In this case, the games usually try to emulate those situations. They give a lot of focus to the characters before the battle, and after we play the battle itself, we see the aftermath as to what happens to the characters when the battle is done. And last but not least, It's a glorified tutorial that puts me into situations where I'm forced to use a certain unit. Take a look at Devil's Playground in Starcraft 2. I am introduced to Reapers, and the map is designed in such a way that encourages and rewards my exploration and usage of the said unit. That goes for every story mission. You are put into situations where you have to familiarize yourself with the new unit and use it to its full potential to achieve victory. For those of you wondering why am I building supply depots in front of my bunkers, I will give you an explanation after a quick cut. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize for the cut, but I didn't want to bore you with base setup and troop production.
Lieutenant, I recommend bringing along an SCV for emergency repairs.
Not enough minerals.
So as I already promised, I'll explain why I built supply depots in front of my bunkers. You see, the enemy AI has a very specific protocol regarding as to which units to attack first. Basically, it's the program's macro order. And that macro order contains several micro orders that could be considered a list of priorities. If enemy units are in the area, focus on them, then on production facilities, then on research facilities, and then on supply depots. So, if I build a supply depot in front of my bunker or ranged units, their chances of survival increase because the enemy melee units have to go around the set supply depots in order to get in range. And honestly, I have to tap myself on the back for not messing up macro and micro again, because straight saying those things 3 times fast, you will have a tongue twister before you know it. But anyway, as I was saying that, my troops managed to clear up an enemy base, and I have a nice little expansion. Unfortunately, it seems like the enemy will manage to do the same thing to my base if I don't do something first. So, vultures, get back, get back! Oh boy. Huh? No. What are you waiting for? Get in, get in! Okay. It seems we managed to get rid of the what were the names? Hydralisks before they managed to destroy us, so I think we can replenish our forces and see if we have enough money to... no, we don't. So we'll have to relocate our command center and our SCVs towards the newest expansion. So while we wait for that, I will make another quick cut and set up a new base before, so you don't have to wait for too long. And also repair the vulture bikes and build another bunker. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the wait wasn't too long. As you can see, we destroyed the enemy base and we took it as our own. For now, we'll just have to defend it until the barracks are done, and then we're gonna push towards the objective itself. For now, I think I'll just move my troops forward a bit and put the new barrack into a control group. That's a priority. Well, not a priority, but it's easier for me to build more troops if I need them. So let's see. Our former base is constructing most of our troops here. We're under attack by the Brutalisks and Zerglings, but as I predicted, the supply depot wall is holding up. And I have to admit, Trump has a very good idea when it comes to walls. It helps keep the unwanted guests outside. And I can't think of anything smarter to say, so I'm just gonna criticize how slow this is taking. But at least we have enough mineral, a lot more minerals than we had when we began. Aggressive move towards. I know there's a location with the Zerglin in place. Well, they ambushed me when I was exploring, so I had to restart anyway, but considering the fact that the game crashed, I took it as a lucky break just to restart from scratch. Well, not from scratch, just from here where I left off. And since the enemy is constantly trying to rebuild the former base, I think I'll build a couple of bunkers here just to defend the bridge, and then I'll see what will happen. Oh, come on, SCV, hurry up. So let's see.
Not enough minerals.
Bunker ready. My most damaged units are going in, and I recommend you do that for everyone. I mean, when you play, I recommend you put your injured units into the bunkers, they can still do damage and they're protected. So for now, I'm just gonna push out with from the main base itself and see what we can find. And damn it, I lost the fire bat and most of my troops. Oh boy, not good. Okay, we have some survivors, and I think I'm gonna build another bunker here. Additional bunkers, always good. So let's see. What's the plan? Yeah. I like the Terrans. They can lift off their buildings and save them if the need arises. The Terrans are an interesting bunch themselves, actually. They are the only species that can repair their buildings, and they are the only species that has movable buildings, or whose buildings can be relocated if the need arises. Well, this is for balancing, probably, considering the fact that Zergs are quite capable of outnumbering the enemy and hiding from plates, hiding underground if need arises, and the Protoss are basically have double the health bar the normal troops have, with the shields and all. So for now, I think I'll position the barracks closer to the bunkers, and I think I'll set up a new waypoint here. It's a crossroads. We can see the enemy coming, and hopefully there is no bigger crossroads down the line, or up the line, if to be more exact. So for now, I think I'll start queuing up a bunch of troops sooner and just push forward just to finish this mission off. It's rather irritating to always. I mean, it's rather irritating to fight the always coming enemy, always incoming enemy. They're just resupplying constantly, and it's annoying. And for some reason now I'm emphasizing the S. For a second there I thought I was a snake or something, but anyway, troops are incoming, and we should be able to attack pretty soon. Honestly, I'm not sure if I should take out the fire bats now and just push. Let's try this again. I'm not sure if I should use fire bats for the mission and just extract them from the bunkers and put them in with the main group as we march forward, but for now I think I'll just keep them closer and go and just scout ahead with my troops. At least with what I have. And oh bloody hell, I hate those hydralisks. I like the level detail here, and oh go back. Let's come back. Oh boy, no. Oh. No. Oh, no. Yes, come on, die for me. Yes, good. And screw it. I'm not gonna deal with every respawning enemy that shows up. But as I was saying, I like the level detail here. You can see that the Zerg attacked this convoy and destroyed it completely. I know this is the first encounter, so not much is known about the Zergs themselves, but this is very good level design and storytelling. It says a lot without saying a word. What a dick move, Zerg. You're just lying in wait, and oh no, the Guardians. Oh, and Nightmare Invaders. No wait, those are Guardians. They're just called Nightmare Invaders because they do a lot of damage and they have the range to kill us. Anyway, I'll set up a new waypoint closer so we don't have to jump around the map and just focus on killing everyone in sight. We got forward and oh boy, no. Okay, not a safe area. Oh boy. I want to go clear this out, but I don't want to leave the bridge undefended. If I do that, the enemy will just resupply the enemy. Well, not resupply, it will just restock, repopulate. I'm not sure. I'll just have to fight another bunch of enemies again if I move away from the bridge. But it seems there are not many enemies here, so we can put a lot of waypoints in front and just move ahead. So come on, let's go, and reinforcements again. Oh, come on, this is getting old. And are you kidding me? A one Zergling can do half the can damage a vulture bike by half. How? Zerglings are basically a small group, a very small predator. They can close the distance fast, but I doubt that it can do that much damage. Especially to a unit type that deals that has incendiary, has explosive weapons. Damn it! Okay, we'll just push up with the Firebats themselves and the main force and see what happens. Okay, let's go. Come on, this is good. We have a lot of troops. I'm too lazy to do the math, and we can push forward and finish off this mission.
Let's move.
Not enough minerals.
Okay, I'm not gonna push forward with my vulture bikes because they're faster, but if they're cut alone, they're dead. I prefer using Marines in those cases because they have the range, they can do a ton of damage to any unit they see, be it the air or air-ground unit. They're more universal than the vulture bikes or Marauders or Firebats, actually. I doubt we'll do a lot of damage by killing overlords, but the less supply the enemy has, the less troops I have to deal with. And oh boy, this is a lot of Hydralisks. And a lot of... no, wait. Is that Hydralisk or were those slithering guys? Oh. Hydralisks are snake-like creatures, and what are those... were those flying creatures? And, sorry, I'm not a Zerg are not my main creatures, so I'm not very familiar with them. I just know that I don't want to deal with them any less than I have to. I know that they're faster on creep, and I know that they have numbers on their side. Terrans are a good mix of both the Protoss and Zerg. They can outnumber the Protoss, but technologically they're superior to the Zerg. They're inferior by technology when it comes to the Protoss, but they can outnumber them, so it's always a plus to me, personally. And what's... okay, it's probably slowing down, but anyway. I mean, the game's slowing down, not the encoder. And good thing I put the Firebats in the control group. If something happens to them, I might be in a lot of trouble. Okay, let's deal with this guy. Vulture Scout. Okay, let's see. Not much of a threat now, are they? So anyway, I think I have enough of minerals just to build up my forces.
Not enough minerals.
Yeah. Well, let's queue up a bunch of vulture bikes just to get rid of this big thing. And never mind, we managed to kill him. And if nothing else is in the way, let's finish off this mission. Yes, yes, go, go, go!
Sir, TAC team has reached the installation. You watch things out here. We'll take care of things inside.
Woo! Oh, that was a big one. Thank you for watching and good night.